You are now entering the world of Musings of a Geek podcast network. Stay geeky, my friends.
Coming to you from the Bob Studios, it's the History of Bad Ideas podcast with your host, Jason Brigger and Jeff Now.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the History of Bad Ideas podcast, episode number 20. I'm Jason.
And I'm Jeff.
And we've hit the big 2-0. One more and we can drink.
Oh, yes. I can't wait till we can drink in the studio.
That's right. Oh, wait, we already did. Already started it.
Yeah, but we can legally do it.
That's right. We're contributing to the delinquency of a minor right now. So, anyway, some big news today on the Musings Network. We got 40 going on 14 joining us.
Yes, I know we've talked about them in the past. It's a podcast I've thoroughly enjoyed listening to, and I found it was great that they felt that they would fit with the Musings Network, and they decided to join up.
I think we got like a dozen podcasts now on the network.
It's close to that. I don't even know. We should probably go over. What do we have on our network?
We got us. we got
the important one, of course.
Us history. We got Pilots Podcast. We got Arkham Social Hour. We got the Musings of a Geek podcast.
Graphic Novice. Best of the Worst Movie.
Yep.
Dark Angels and Pretty Freaks.
Yes.
Some newer ones that have joined. Sweating the Small Stuff. It's pretty much answering the questions that I can't answer.
It's scientific, isn't it?
Not necessarily. I know the first one was scientific,
okay.
But he said he'll answer other things. But it's, the stuff that I can't answer.
Why is Maya Rudolph still on my TV? Is that a
that might be one. Maybe we can shoot them a.
Please get her off the TV.
Who the What Now? They joined. Let's see, what else do we have?
Those Graphic Novice guys. So you gotta keep an eye out for them.
Yes.
I don't trust them. I don't trust them. Anyways, we love you, Nickel. Anyways, moving on. So. First thing we hit is listener feedback. And who do we go with first?
Number one fan, Doug.
That's right. And Doug, big news, people. T-shirts are coming. It's a limited run right now. Very limited run. But we are getting shirts. We will display them at Origins, the convention in Columbus.
Woohoo!
And Doug, you will get the very first shirt because you are the number one fan. So there you go. And special props to my brother Chris for designing the logo. I look like Dracula, but it's okay.
Yeah.
You look pretty badass. I kind of look like Dracula. That's okay.
I don't know how badass I look, but I got that Bruce Valanche look going, I think.
As a Viking.
As a Viking.
So, let's see. Doug's question. He only has one because he was on vacation. Not being a reader of comic books, are there enough non-Batman story arcs for the Justice League, or are they going to count on Hollywood to write the stories?
Oh, there's plenty. There are tons.
Are there good ones?
Oh, I think so.
Okay.
I mean, honestly, some of my favorite story arcs don't involve Batman, so now off the top of my head I can't think of any, but but I just I enjoyed this book. Same with Avengers in Marvel and Justice League in DC. I kind of enjoy the teams better when the big three aren't there.
I agree.
I mean, when Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman are gone, and they focus on the other guys, I tend to enjoy that better. Same with when Iron Man, Cap, and Thor aren't there in Avengers. I tend to enjoy those.
I actually have liked Justice League of America, the comic book, lately more than Justice League.
Okay.
Now it's Justice League United.
I don't know what's going on.
It's a cluster. But after Forever Evil, it's Martian Manhunter. I think Animal Man is in it. Green Arrow. Stargirl, who I never cared about, but she is actually pretty badass.
Was she in Justice Society, or am I getting confused?
Yes, I think she was. They rebooted, obviously, for the 52.
Yes.
And I believe her father or grandfather was Starman. That's how they're connecting it.
Oh, okay.
So she's interesting. Martian Manhunter is the guy that I care least about, though, in that series. And I just don't care about the character. I mean,
I like Martian Manhunter. I don't know what they've done with him since the new 52, other than I know no one actually knew he existed for a while.
Yes, yeah.
But I always liked the character as he tended to be the moral compass Even more so than Superman.
He is. I'm trying to think. I don't know if Firestorm is on there. Adam Strange. He's another guy in there.
I never liked Adam Strange.
Well, now mind you, I just read the first Justice League United. I think they only have one issue out, besides number 0, which whatever. But like he falls into a crevice and he finds his Adam Strange clothes. His
there
uniform.
they are.
And I'm like, I don't know. I'm not familiar enough. Is it like, does he hide them throughout, or was he just lucky enough to find these like strange clothes?
That was. He misplaced them, or it's his first time as being Adam Strange?
I don't know.
Okay.
A snow beast, yes. Some type of snow beast throws him into this crevice, and he finds them, and it's like, he comes out like it. And Green Arrow's like, oh, so-and-so, like, you got some new clothes or something. And it was like, is that it? Yeah. Is that how we become Adam Strange?
Apparently, fall in a crevice, fine. I mean, it's kind of a greatest American hero thing. You stumble upon a costume and probably lose the instruction manual.
So back to your question, Doug. Yes, there are many good storylines. I think they're going to Darkseid's. His first attack is going to be it. I think that's going to be your main. I think the New 52 Justice League. Yeah. When Darkseid attacked, I think that's what they're going to find out.
Okay. Yeah, I was never a fan of him. I that whole world of Apocalypse, I just thought that got too extreme for me. I liked it when they kept things more terrestrial.
I liked them as the superpower action figures.
I didn't even like him then.
Really? Yeah. He was bigger than everybody.
I know who he is. I know what he looks like.
That. I got him when I broke my finger.
Oh, okay.
My mom got him for me. And he, when I used to fake that he was the wrestlers that I would play with, he was Andre the Giant because he was the biggest guy. I didn't have wrestlers. I'd use my superpower.
So my superheroes became wrestlers.
Let's see. From Jillian at @1Jillian on Twitter. This was a compliment more than a question, but some feedback. This is to quote her. True statement. At Bad Ideas Podcast makes me actually want to start reading comics. We appreciate that.
Yes, that is as good of a compliment as you can get.
Seriously, that made my day. I was very happy with it. So follow us on Twitter at Bad Ideas Podcast. You see, we're very interactive, and you can ask Jillian. We tweeted a lot that day. Let's see, and the best part. I told her that Black Widow, the comic book, is a great series, that she should read it. And I tagged Nathan Edmondson on it. He's the writer of it, and he favored it.
Oh.
So I'll take it. Excellent. Thank you, Nathan. So just a little shout out to Jillian for listening. Thank you. And then let's see here. We do have a 40 going on 14 first. Well, we actually have a listener feedback first. 40 going on 14 sent us a voicemail.
Oh.
So here you go.
So we got to get the voicemail up and ready for them.
Hello, Jeff and Jason. This is Mike from the 40 Going on 14 podcast calling in to reply to your statement about who gives a damn about the Wizard of Oz. I'll let you know. It's Patrick. Patrick is a huge Wizard of Oz fan, and it goes as far as having several different lithographs and posters and action figures and statues and the entire Pez dispenser collection of Wizard of Oz characters. Also, you should definitely check out our Return to Oz versus Oz the Great and Powerful episode that we recorded not too long ago and comparing the new and old Oz movies. And speaking of movies, I cannot believe that you guys have not seen The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai Across the Eighth Dimension. This was one of my favorite movies growing up. It stars Peter Robocop Weller as Buckaroo Banzai, John Lithgow, Ellen Barkin, Jeff Goldblum, Christopher Lloyd, just a huge cast of all sorts of ridiculous people. It's not a huge high budget. It is definitely very 80s. It came out in 1984, but it is worth the watch. And at the end of the movie, they actually post, be ready for the next episode of Buckaroo Banzai versus the World Crime Syndicate. And I have been waiting 30 years for that movie. So, get your ass in gear, people. Make that movie. All right. Thank you very much. And you guys have a great show. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
That's Mike from the New Musings of a Geek podcast. Or actually, sorry, that's 40 Go on 14. They're on the Musings of a Geek podcast network now. Thanks, Mike. Couple things. I don't care what Patrick says. Wizard of Oz is horrible. It's terrible. Terrible. Terrible.
Well, I won't go as far as to say it's terrible. I'll just go as far as say mind-numbing.
Awful?
No, just mind-numbing. you don't think when you watch it, so it numbs your mind. So there might be good for that.
I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Nobody gives a fucking damn about those ruby red shoes. Jesus.
But I like other people's takes on it. Like Wicked. I enjoyed Wicked.
I haven't seen Wicked. I have not seen Wicked.
But I like Wicked, and I like the different takes on it, because obviously, the story you see from the original 1940 version and whatnot, there's a lot of plot holes in there. And so when people exploit them for their other movies or other stories, I enjoy that.
And what was the other one that James Franco was in? Return to Oz?
No, Oz the Great and Powerful.
Oz the Great and Powerful. I have yet to see that.
I have not seen that either, because obviously we don't have a big
Oz following.
Yeah.
Buckaroo Banzai? That is one of those shows that I will be willing to watch. I'm not against it. Please tell me it's not like Flash Gordon, though, and that bad. Flash! Every nerd I've talked to that talks about sequels, we've said this before, has mentioned Buckaroo Banzai.
Yeah, and I had heard that about how it says, coming, the sequel or whatnot, and how they've never made it. I was aware of that fact, but yeah, like you said, I haven't seen the movie. I know people who have seen it and said it's great, but nobody ever really wants to say, well, let's go watch it.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Maybe we can watch it.
Yeah, we'll have to track it down.
Let's see. So thank you guys for sending that voicemail in. If anybody is interested, send them over to us. Again, can tweet us. We're on Facebook, everything, Send us some listener feedback.
Yes.
From a couple weeks ago, Paul wrote, we were talking about how come every time the aliens arrive at Earth that they always are naked. His comments are, aliens are naked because they don't have the advanced textile sweatshops that we do in places like China and Bangladesh.
That's the first I've heard them called advanced textiles.
But, I don't know, that's so advanced.
Yeah. You figure you can create ships for interspace travel, and I don't know, you still can't figure out a loom.
Yeah.
I think there's a way of advancement on technologies, and loom comes long before interstellar travel.
That's true. And speaking of interstellar, look at that segue from Bob. He says, Interstellar, is it going to be crazy awesome or going to be Contact 2? The new movie from Christopher Nolan. We saw it in front of, what was it like? Godzilla.
Godzilla. Yeah. I wasn't intrigued, so
it looks like Contact 2 to me.
I don't know if that's a bad thing. I never really watched Contact. I know people either hate it or people really love it.
It was about an hour too long.
Yeah, apparently Bob hates it.
Obviously. I love Christopher Nolan.
That's why I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt.
I thought Inception was a little overrated.
I disagree with you.
You're wrong. And I liked it. I just thought it was a little overrated.
I actually thought it could have been rated higher than a lot of people are putting it. That's how much I liked it.
Let's see here. Should his other questions were, should Jennifer Lawrence be in every movie?
I have no problem with that.
I agree. That was easy. Does the studio have the balls to make a Boba Fett movie and not take off his helmet?
No.
Wow. They made it Judge Dredd. They didn't take off his helmet.
Well, that's because Stallone wasn't involved at that time.
Oh, jeez. I am the law.
Well, they might, but I have a feeling there'll be some backstory, so we'll see him before the helmet. Because I don't know, have you heard this story about how, is it Kirshner really hated the way they did Boba Fett and Jango Fett in the prequels?
That doesn't surprise me. Everybody hated that.
That there is rumor that it's going to, the Boba Fett story is someone else is going to kill the
I told
person.
you that part. Yeah, the opening scene is another guy's just going to come up, kill Boba Fett, and take his armor.
Take his armor and his helmet. So they'll show him before he gets the helmet, if it's something like that.
Or
after he puts the helmet on. Oh, they might never show him.
They might just show the silhouette of him. I think that would be badass.
I think it'd be cool not seeing what he looks like.
Correct.
You're right. And
I have no problem if it's a different person under there even. Then, they kill Jango Fett, they kill everybody, and then it's somebody else. And in 2 movies, they kill him off and somebody else takes over. I have no problem
it's like
with
James Bond.
It is.
Boba Fett's not necessarily a person, but a title.
Correct. Which I think is the greatest thing if James Bond ever had the balls to do that.
Yeah, they'll never actually say it, but I think they kind of hintingly wink about it.
Yeah. Let's see here. From Killjoy Line. She had a couple things. Great episode. This was, I think it was
19
19
when Amy was
with
here.
Amy was here. She says, great episode. I love Doctor Who, so enjoyed all the conversations around it. Even me screwing it up. Who's the Doctor? I love Buffy, and like my favorite fandom is Buffy, the show, and the comics, not the movie. She put, what movie? The movie was awesome.
Yeah. Oh, come on. If you're going to love Buffy, you got to love Buffy in all her glory. Granted, the movie didn't live up to its potential, which is why Joss Whedon went ahead and made the show. Because he wrote the movie, somebody else directed it, and we got that.
Paul Rubens.
Yeah, that was his death scene was the best part.
And then she also wrote, this is more for you, Jeff.
Yeah.
She goes, I felt the Veronica Mars movie was great. It wrapped up so much stuff so nicely, and yes, I felt that Logan could be redeemed like that. There were patches during the show when he showed what he could be, and that took it farther. The only thing that annoyed her was, why did Keith Mars move into a bigger house now that he lived alone? I don't know what they're talking about, so you...
Yeah. Well, in the show, Keith, Veronica's dad, Keith and Veronica lived in an apartment complex. When they come back, 10 years later, he's living in a house, by himself, with more multi-rooms. And I thought, wait a minute, unless he struck it rich, he probably would still be living in the same apartment complex. So that kind of struck me as odd, or maybe they couldn't get the rights to film there. I don't know. But it was mainly Amy who was the one who was criticizing that she didn't think Logan would be able to be redeemed. I think I have to agree with Killjoy here that the Logan character is a redeemable character, and I mean I think that's pretty much what the first 3 seasons was trying to do, was show a troubled person trying to be better, and then some of the obstacles he runs into, and I think that's what the show was going to expand upon as it went on. But it got canceled, so it did.
It was 3 seasons?
It was 3 seasons.
Okay. And a movie.
3 seasons and a movie.
So, I saw that you were, this week you were talking on Facebook with Jordan.
Yes.
Who is the optimist. I really like his optimism because it really helps me out. I've actually looked at some more things optimistically. Even the Turtles. But his thing, you were going back and forth with him about X-Men Days of Future Past. There's a drinking game with Peter Dinklage every time he uses the R. But the one thing I was going to talk about is he wanted a good Swamp Thing movie. And you know what? I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, I mean, Swamp Thing was never a character I really even ever cared about. Hardly read any of the comics. Pretty much the only thing I'm aware of Swamp Thing probably is that first god-awful movie.
Didn't they make 2, though? I think they made 2.
If they did, I was unaware that they made a second one.
I think they made a second one. Just as bad, I thought it was, but I'm not 100% sure.
I remember the first Swamp Thing and didn't like that, and that's what probably clouds my judgment on exploring Swamp Thing any further. So maybe I'll have to give Swamp Thing a second try.
I did hear Alan Moore's run on Swamp Thing was pretty damn good.
Well, Alan Moore's pretty damn good. So.
Yeah. Crazy.
Oh, definitely crazy.
Allegedly. But yes. I would not, from everything I read about the Swamp Thing run that he did, that would be an interesting movie on how they would do it, but I don't think you're going to have the balls to ever make a movie of it. I don't think Marvel will, but I could see it being in S.H.I.E.L.D., Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., because they already mentioned it once.
Oh, they did, didn't they?
Was that Swamp Thing? No, that was Man Thing. I'm sorry.
Thing.
That was Man Thing. My bad.
I get those two confused, honestly.
My bad.
Yeah, Swamp Thing is DC,
yes,
isn't it? Man Thing is Marvel.
Yes. And actually, Swamp Thing's better than Man Thing, so I do agree.
Yeah, well, like I said, I don't really know anything about Swamp Thing. I know a little bit about Man Thing because, well, part of what Jordan and I were discussing in our epic discussion on Facebook.
You had like 18 different going back and forth.
He was always more of a DC guy that watched like the X-Men movies, where I was always more of a Marvel guy who watched the DC movies. I kind of got into DC a little bit later, and then kind of got away from DC, especially when they started the New 52. And I said, I just invested so much time catching up to what's going on. Now you're dumping it.
Yeah.
So I dumped them.
But if you're a DC or a Marvel guy, one or the other, play nice.
Oh, yeah, certainly. They both have strengths and weaknesses, so...
We're all nerds here, people. Let's just be nice to each other. There's your the more you know message from NBC. Yeah. So there you go. There's your feedback for the week. And I think we got draft day coming up.
Uh-oh.
Draft day.
All right, that music can only mean it is time for draft day. That brand new music, because we like that better than whatever we were using last week.
That's right. Cleveland Super Bowl. Here we go.
All right, what are we drafting this week?
This is a suggestion from 40 going on 14. They are all over the place with our show.
This podcast. They're putting their thumbprint all over us.
Let's see here. The Losers. It was a comic book.
They turned into a movie.
Yes,
with Chris Evans.
Chris Evans. It was a good movie. It was also the comedian from Watchmen.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Yep.
Idris Elba was in it.
Basically, it's about these military guys, and I'll go through it here in a second, and they get screwed over by the government, and they have to clear their names. But it's a good movie, good comic, well, supposedly a good comic book. Never read the comic book, so. But we're going, here we go. So, here's the positions we're filling out. Lieutenant Colonel Franklin Clay, he was the leader.
So we need a leader.
He's identified by consistent use of black suits without ties. He's a meticulous planner, and initiative taker, sorry, not talker, and an excellent leader. We got Captain William Roke. He's going to be the second in command.
And kind of the turncoat.
Yes, he is. He has a large scar on his face.
Arr.
Arr.
So I should.
And he's more worried about
scar for him.
Yes, you could.
Yeah.
He's more motivated by money, and that's why he eventually turns on the losers. Captain Jake Jensen, he's the hacker, kind of the nerd guy. He also is the comic relief. So known for his motor mouth, that often gets him in trouble. You got Sergeant Carlos Cougar Alvarez. He's the sniper. He's pretty much the badass. You got Sergeant Linwood Porteous. He's the pilot. He's laid back, but he's kind of the air sea guy, whatever. And then you got Aisha Al Fidel. Is that Al?
I'm not sure.
Fidel?
I don't know how to pronounce it.
It's the loose cannon of the group. So
you never know what to expect. Ah!
The Peter Griffin of the group.
Oh, hey, maybe I'll pick Peter Griffin. Oh man, now I don't know which way to draft.
So we got a leader, the turncoat, the hacker, the sniper, the pilot, and the loose cannon. Jeff, you can go first.
I get to go first again? I went first last time.
Okay, I'll go first then.
All
Screw
right.
you.
Oh, I'm liking going first. I like it first draft.
I'm going first here. Let's see here. This is a tough one for me. I am going to go with first round here. And the rules are you can't take whoever the other person takes.
Yep.
First round, I am going to go with the sniper.
Uh-oh.
And I am going to go with Deathstroke.
Okay. You didn't take who I wanted.
You're going Deadshot. I know you are. I know it. I have him on my list, but I like Deathstroke. He's a badass. Yeah, he could be a turncoat, but he isn't. Thank God this position doesn't say it. He's not a turncoat, but he gets the job done. I like Deathstroke. Your pick, Jeff.
For my number one pick, I think I'm going to start off with my loose cannon right off the bat.
Okay, who are you going with?
I'm going with Harley Quinn.
Ooh, I never even thought about her.
Oh, man. I thought I was going to steal her out from under you there.
Nah, I like that one.
I'm going with Harley Quinn. She's, a valiant fighter. She's there for you when you need her, but you never know when she's going to flip out.
Okay, I like that pick. I like that. I'm going with the hacker.
Okay.
Felicity Smoke from Arrow.
I knew you were going that way.
Oh, yeah. I had all these other ones, and I thought, you know what? Nope, I'm going Felicity. So her and Deathstroke should be interesting together.
Oh, yes, they would be great on a team together.
So there you go. That's my pick. Who you got next, Jeff?
I'm going to think I'll go for my second in command, who's also the turncoat. I'm going with Magneto on that.
Oh, I had him, but I did not. I wasn't going to pick him, but I did have him.
Yeah, I'm going Magneto. He's always kind of been like, when he came over to the X-Men or fought alongside, he always was either behind Xavier or, behind Scott or whatever, but you never knew what he was going to do. He was always there. He always was, fighting for the cause, but when push came to shove, you didn't know where his true loyalties were.
Wasn't he Zorn for a while, too?
I don't like that storyline,
So
I
we're going to ignore
that
it.
it happened. I don't know exactly what that storyline was, so we don't pay attention to that.
Well, I technically could take the turncoat as Deathstroke as well, but I'm not. Let's see here. I am going to go with, let's see here. I'm going with my pilot.
All right.
Oh, yeah. Peter Quill, Star-Lord, from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah,
I love it.
Kind of thought you would go that way, too.
Did you have him?
No.
Okay. Man, I'm predictable.
You kind of were predictable there.
Okay, good. I'll tell you who else I had after you picked
right.
your guy. So I like Peter Quill. He's awesome.
Well, I'm gonna go for my leader since you know that's
Leader.
the one that you haven't picked yet.
Oh, you're not. I'm not going to pick. You're not
Yeah.
picking my guy. Trust me.
For my leader, I'm going with G.I. Joe's Duke.
You know, I had him. I hate Duke, so I actually had Flint. I was on
okay.
there. I wasn't going with Flint, but I also had Sergeant Rock.
Okay.
So no, I'm not picking him. I'm just
Yeah.
saying that there's.
No,
Okay, you're going Duke, huh?
I went with Duke, or specifically, who I really would like to have is the Cheat Commandos Gunhaver.
Who?
The Cheat Commandos Gunhaver.
Is that from Community?
Nope.
What is that?
It's from Homestar Runner.
Oh, I haven't watched that in a while.
Yeah, Homestar. It's their little takeoff of their GI Joe things. It's just a bunch of things that look like the Cheat, and they all have the different personalities. And Gunhaver is their leader.
Do they still make Homestar Runner?
No, he hasn't done that in like 4 years.
Really?
Yeah. So I hope everything's fine with them and they're doing well because I really enjoyed whenever they would update it like once a week or so.
Mm-hmm.
Now it seems to be, I think the last one was like 4 or 5 years ago.
Oh. Let's see here. I'm going with the leader as well.
All right.
And I don't care what Graphics Novice says. Them be damned. Cyclops, bitches. Fuck that, yeah.
Scott Summers is a bitch.
No, he's not. I'm going Cyclops. He's a true leader.
Yeah, but I took his number 2.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I like Cyclops. I've always liked Cyclops. He can lead an army. He can lead mutants. He's good. I actually had General Zod up there as an option, too.
Yeah.
He's a little too evil. So I got Cyclops as my leader.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. I'll go, since you called it out earlier, my sniper. I'll go with Deadshot.
Okay.
And this is specifically the Deadshot from the Secret Six book. That's who I would want as my sniper. You couldn't always trust him, yet you always knew where his heart laid was. So
All of the above.
Yeah. So it's like you might not trust him, but you could count on him. You could expect him to do what he does, whether it's what he should do or what you want him to do. It's not the same thing.
Well, Deathstroke is from the comic books, not the Arrow show.
Oh, okay.
Just want to let you know that. Let's see here. So I got the loose cannon left, and let's see here, and my second in command, who's the turncoat. That's a tough call with the turncoat. Okay, I think my turncoat. That's a tough one. I have to go with my Batman love, Jason Todd.
Okay, I can see that.
The other close one that I had up until today was, I can never say his name, from Watchmen,
Ozymandias.
Yes. I thought about that one for a while, and then I realized I really hate him. So
Yeah, you don't really want him on your team,
No.
do you?
So I'm going Jason Todd as my second in command turncoat.
All
So,
right.
and he will just kill you just for the sake of it.
I suppose I'll go for my hacker, and I'm going pretty far off the board. I'm going with the character of Motherboard from the comic of the Uniques.
Okay.
It's a comic I brought up as a hidden gem a couple months ago or whatever, but she is the non-power character, but she's their, I suppose, tech support or whatever, their computer support, and I suppose kind of a smart ass in the same vein. So I thought that fit the that role there.
She is good looking as Felicity Smoke?
No.
Okay.
But there's not many people that are as good looking as Felicity
Felicity.
Smoke.
Oh, sorry. Nathan Fillion talking.
And if you don't know what I'm talking about and you really want to, look them up online. Uniques, Uniqueus. Look it up. It's a well-written book by some
They were
pretty
at
cool
the
people.
Cincy Comic-Con.
Cincy Comic-Con, yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. And my final pick is the loose cannon. I'll be honest, I don't know who to pick on this one. Did you pick a loose cannon?
Yeah, I picked Harley Quinn.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Because I thought that's where you
Well,
would
help
go.
me out here, Jeff. I'm going for the help here.
Oh, asking the rival team how
Actually,
they go.
I think I know who I'm going with, but here's my options. Wolverine, Punisher, which is, I think, my odds-on favorite.
Ooh.
Hawkeye, he's kind of a loose cannon.
I don't know.
Green Arrow, he's a loose cannon.
Wow, your loose cannons aren't that loose.
Deadpool, but I picked him last week.
Yeah, he's a loose cannon.
Fine, I'll get rid of Hawkeye and Green Arrow. Fuck you. And plus, I would have Deathstroke, Green Arrow, and Felicity Smoke.
Good point.
And as much as I dislike this character, he's kind of fun. Sentry.
Yeah, it wasn't a character I liked, but yeah, he is a loose cannon. He's insane, and you never know what he was going to do.
I'm going with Sentry.
All right.
Because when he is not moody and just sitting in a corner, at least he'll kick some ass.
Or he'll be moody and sitting in a corner.
Yes. Who you got left?
All right, I got the pilot left, and I'm going pretty far off the board on this one. It is a character that was in comics.
Okay.
I'm going with Launchpad McQuack from DuckTales.
Wow. Might solve a mystery.
Or rewrite history. Woo!
Wow. I don't know what to say. And they don't have to be comics.
They don't have to, but...
Amy did tell us last week. She picked a good one. Her team that kicked everybody's ass.
Yeah.
Wow, Launchpad. Well, I know my team's better now. You guys gonna fuck everything up.
He's kind of a loose cannon in that revenge, but it always turns out for the good for him.
Uh-huh.
He'll screw it up, but his screw up will somehow cause them to win.
Wasn't he Darkwing Duck too?
No, that was somebody else's Darkwing Duck.
Oh,
he might
okay.
have been in Darkwing Duck.
I think
too,
he
wasn't Darkwing.
I think he
Duck.
was in Darkwing Duck. Okay, so here's my team. I got Cyclops leading the team, with Jason Todd second in command that will turn on them.
Oh, okay, that's not too bad to begin with.
Felicity Smoke is my hacker.
Can't disagree with you there.
Deathstroke is my sniper. Peter Quill is my pilot. And Sentry is my loose cannon. I'm just going to kill people.
All right, well, I got my leader as Mr. Joe himself, Duke.
Boo.
Okay, my leader as Gunhaver from the Cheat Commandos. My second in command turncoat is Magneto.
Okay.
My hacker is Motherboard, which you don't know anything about, so you can't judge that list. My sniper is Deadshot, because he'll never misses. My pilot is Launchpad McQuack.
Okay.
And my loose cannon, which brings the whole team together, Harley Quinn.
Okay, I'll be honest. Let's see here. My Cyclops beats Duke. Your Magneto beats...
No, but Duke isn't really... I don't know.
He's a pussy. He's a pussy. Really? Cyclops has eyes that can shoot.
Yay.
Duke has a beige shirt. Okay, that's all he's got. Oh, don't shoot me.
Okay, if you want, I'll take Wingman.
No, forget it. We're done. No, we're done. Magneto would kill Jason Todd. I'll give you that. Felicity Smoke and Motherboard are a push. Felicity Smoke is cuter.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Deathstroke and Deadshot, I think, are even. Peter Quill, I think, beats Launchpad McDuck.
I'm gonna disagree with you on that one.
And I think Sentry would beat Harley Quinn, but
physically he would.
But
yes.
mentally, he would just crack.
Especially since she's the psychiatrist,
Correct.
and she would know how to manipulate him.
So let's just say this: it's a push.
It's a push.
I do like my team though. So there you go. That's your this week's draft day.
Woohoo!
Okay, we got plot lines. Basically, a listener sends in a movie. We try to figure out what it is based just on the title. We get our synopsis, what we think it is. We've never watched it. We've never heard of it.
And then we go ahead and pull it up on IMDb after we screw up whatever movie it is.
I don't know. My coming-of-age story about Goodbye Pork Pie last week was good.
Yeah, no, it wasn't.
Nikki, who at Pumazili on Twitter, who gave us Goodbye Pork Pie last week, she's from New Zealand.
Which makes sense, looking at her Twitter handle.
She said, it's a Goodbye Pork Pie is a classic New Zealand movie, but I have no idea what a blondini is.
All right.
The Houdini that's blonde.
Okay.
They did give us another one. Nikki did give us one, and so did Amy Whalen from last week. We are going to get to them next week. So this week, we went ahead, and the reason is because Jordan on Facebook, Jordan Mertens did the best one. He did A Beary Scary Movie.
A Beary Scary Movie.
Beary. Scary Movie. And he said it's written and directed by Justin Beasley, starring people I guarantee neither of you have ever heard of.
All right.
Well, we set the bar low for us. Okay, you want to go first?
I'll go first.
Coming age story.
When I think of A Beary, I want to think it's kind of a Goosebumps type story.
Okay.
Obviously, the preteen or young teenage children. I'm guessing camping out in the woods.
Son of a bitch, this is my whole thought.
I stole yours.
You did.
Camping out in the woods and
like a summer camp.
Yeah, and somehow there's a bear attack, or they think there's a bear attack, so they're scared of the bears in the woods. And
could it be by Care Bears?
The Care Bear stare?
A more twisted version of the Care Bear stare.
Wow, looks like, go ahead. You can expand on the plot then.
Oh my God, it's Grumpy Bear. I'm not Grumpy Bear. I'm Touch You Not Bear. Touch you in special no spot. No!
Wow.
I actually, that was the whole plot. Is, instead of a bear attack, I'm going to go, there was a murder. There's a murder.
A murder. All right.
Murder at the summer camp.
And they blamed a bear?
Yeah, there you go.
They blamed a bear,
but it's actually a person doing it all.
But it's or people.
People.
They kill the guy. Their other. What do you call it? Other camper, and blame a bear attack.
I like it.
We can go that way.
Okay, we'll go with that. We usually have separate ones, but since we're on this one, we kind of like
we're on the same page. We're running with it.
Okay. And then one of the women, one of the girl campers, she has her period.
I don't know why you.
Sorry. That was last week. That was Goodbye Pork Pie. That was Goodbye Pork Pie. Let's see. Who does it star?
Well, some people we haven't heard of, so somebody who would be very obscure.
I'm going to say early 80s movie. Maybe early to mid 80s.
Just knowing Jordan, I think it'd probably be 90s to maybe early 2000s.
I'm going mid 90s. Let's go mid 90s.
Mid 90s.
I'm going to go the guy from the Max. What's that Disney show that Max Weeble Wobble?
Oh, I don't know.
Max Weeble.
I'm not sure what you're referring to. You're
it's a Disney show. Max something.
That Max something Disney show.
I'm going to say him.
I'm going to go with Ryder Strong.
Who the hell's Ryder Strong?
He was one of the guys in Boy Meets World. He played the best friend in Boy Meets World.
Yeah, I think he's coming back for the TV show, the Girl Meets World.
He might be making appearances.
So I'm pretty excited about Girl Meets World. That's a good one, Ryder Strong. I'm going with the Max Weeble kid.
All right.
I don't know if that's the real show title, but I'm going with it.
All right.
Well, so
let's
Jeff's
pull
going
this
to
up on
fire up IMDb. A Beary Scary Movie.
All right. And A Beary Scary Movie, directed by Justin Beasley, stars Krista Cameron, Stephen Bradley, John Gainey.
Sorry, Ed Bradley from 60 Minutes?
No, Stephen Bradley. Michael Martin, Mikey Montgomery, Larry Parks, John Dillon. Somebody named Shreddy plays himself.
Shreddy.
Philip Wright, Jim Babel, Christy Johnson, Kelly Kuidra, Jake Busey. I heard of Jake Busey.
Yeah, we got Jake Busey.
He plays himself.
Are you fucking kidding me? He plays himself?
He plays himself. All right, let me find the plot of this.
So he doesn't stretch much from Starship Troopers, huh? Look at the plot.
Uh-oh. I can't
there-
find a plot on IMDb.
There is no plot.
A couple begin to experience some unusual activity after bringing their lost nieces and nephew home. With the help of home surveillance cameras, they learn they are being stalked by a nefarious demon.
Paranormal Activity.
Or
Are you
what-
sure you wrote this? You got the
No,
right
wait. Shit, that's Scary Movie 5.
one? What are you reading?
It's like, I'm under Beary Scary Movie, and it says people who like that also like this, and they have Scary Movie 5. No, they don't. There really isn't a plot line on this.
Well, shit.
Let's see if I can tell by the cover. It's in 2D.
Wanna play? Wanna date?
Okay, well, you got us, Jordan.
Jordan, we can't find anything on IMDb. Really?
Yeah, and a plot is there. Yeah.
Put ours in. Type ours in.
We should, so we will be right.
Yes. Hold on. Let me try and Google it here. Keep talking, Jeff, because I need to. Very Scary Movie. Here we go.
And I just realized half the people I listed are
There's a trailer.
play themselves. Herself, himself.
Oh. It looks like I wrestled a bear once. What the fuck?
That's not the right movie. Jordan, you're killing us here.
No, it is. Here it is. Hold on. Let me see. Let's see here. A horror comedy featuring the musical stylings and acting debut for I Wrestled a Bear Once. The movie follows the tale of Shreddy, the deranged guitarist from legendary 80s hair metal band White Vulture, who comes straight from hell murdering bands one by hacking them to pieces. Now it's up to Steven, Mikey, John, Krista, and Ricky to make it out alive. Oh my god. That was it.
Okay. It actually sounds like something I would enjoy.
It came out in 2012.
Oh, geez. That was just 2 years ago.
So there you go. We found it.
We're nowhere close to right.
Let's just end this segment now. Fuck this segment. I'm out.
All right. It's time for another installment of the News of the Geek.
Okay, a couple things here. Batman vs. Superman has a title.
Yay.
Dawn of Justice.
Oh.
Thoughts? Musings?
I can't remember who said it, so I can't give proper credit. But when I somebody I read online somewhere made the comment about if it's Batman and he's always out at night, shouldn't it not be Dawn of Justice?
It's Dawn of the Justice League.
But Dawn, that's when Batman goes to bed.
No.
So that means he's leaving now?
No.
Yep. Batman can't be in the Dawn.
I don't
That's
have a problem
against-
with the title, but I don't think you need to sell it anymore. It's Batman and Superman.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it was for the longest time being called Superman versus Batman. Mm-hmm. But it's now going to be called Batman versus Superman Dawn, so they had to put Batman first.
Because Batman's better.
Yes.
Let's be real.
Or Batman sells better.
Yes. Have you seen Man of Steel? Yes, it did. Dark Knight Rises beats Man of Steel. I don't have a problem with it, but obviously, can we just call this Justice League and be done with it? Let's be real.
because Justice League they're saving for something special.
The next movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
When they get Aquaman.
That's right. So there's that. Jurassic World news. I cannot wait for Jurassic World. Give
You're
me
the
dinosaurs. What?
I can wait for it. I've seen too many Jurassic Park movies.
3 is fine.
3
It's not good.
It's not good.
But it's fun. It's a guilty pleasure.
No, it's not a pleasure.
The 4th Jurassic Park is currently filming in Hawaii. The map of the park actually got released. Somebody took a picture of it. We're back. Let's see here. You got some of the parts. It's basically what we were talking about a couple episodes ago. It takes place in a Disney-type park, SeaWorld type park.
Yay.
Where the dinosaurs are tamed now. They got them down.
Sure they are.
It's been going well for about 10 years.
Then they wouldn't be making this movie if that was true.
Well, I'm getting to it. It's been doing well for 10 years, and then all of a sudden, this new dinosaur comes in and just wreaks havoc and releases a lot of the dinosaurs.
More velociraptors?
I don't know. Velociraptors are not on the map. I'll give you a couple of them here. The Jurassic Lagoon. Thank God, give me some marine reptiles. I wanted some marine reptiles for a long time here.
Glub, glub. Glub, glub.
You're killing me.
Glub, glub.
Killing me. Well, supposedly in Jurassic Park 3, when they're on the end, in the boat down the river, that was supposed to actually include some of the marine animals, but they cut it out, the marine dinosaurs.
Because it probably costs too much money to...
which is fine. I had the pterodactyl cage, which I loved. I love that scene.
Was the part of the third movie that was good.
I could watch that 20 minutes over and over.
Unfortunately, you had to go through an hour and 10 minutes to get to that.
And I have to admit, Taya Leone is kind of killing me lately. I
didn't dislike Taya Leone at the time, but that really started me on the...
She's been grating at me for a while. She's in a new TV show like Secretary of State or something. She's this female Secretary of State or something like that.
I haven't seen that one.
It hasn't come out yet. It's this summer or this fall, and it's just like, oh, she's in it. I don't think so. I just can't. It's kind of like Maya Rudolph. Anyways, Jurassic Lagoon. Let's see. The T-Rex Kingdom. Wonder what's in that.
Ooh, you'd think they would stop bringing T-Rexes back after one destroyed
just scavengers. They're not real. Danger. The water park, which, how great would that be? Is the marine animals the water park. The Gentle Giants Petting Zoo until they stomp on you. The Creation Lab, Underwater Observatory, the Aviary.
Yay!
So, pterodactyls. The egg spinner. Is that like a little scrambler thing?
I don't know what it's probably a ride that looks like a dinosaur egg that spins.
The bamboo forest. Let's see. There's a golf course on it. I will see them be playing golf.
I would love to see golf playing dinosaurs. Yes. You're right.
No, I was talking about the golfers playing and like a raptor just takes them down.
Oh, I'd rather see the
raptors playing golf.
Yes.
Botanical gardens, a gondola lift. A Triceratops territory. There's a feeding show with a Mosasaurus. I have no idea what that is.
Mosasaurus, yeah.
The Gallimimus Valley. That's kind of from the first one when the T-Rex comes over the trees and grabs the little animals that are running.
Aww.
Cretaceous cruise. That's not a very good sign.
Something's getting out.
And then there's also I don't know if I put it on here, but there's like a whitewater canyon water rafting trip that they go on.
Oh, so that's not going to be good.
I think this is going to be awesome. I'm ready for this. So
you and your monster movies.
I love dinosaurs, and it's like, give me a fucking dinosaur movie. Lost World does not count. 1 and 3 count of Jurassic Park. Let's see here. That comes out, I think, what is that, 2015? It is 2015, next year.
Next year,
yeah.
Wow, that's soon.
So, let's see. Number 3, addition to episodes of new Star Wars trilogy, Lucasfilm and Disney have begun development on multiple standalone movies that will offer new stories beyond the core saga. So basically, they're trying to rewrite some of the history, which is fine.
Yeah, well, standalone movies. I mean, that's where your Boba Fett movie will be in.
And that's Gareth
Edwards.
Yeah, he's going to direct the first standalone. It's due December 16, 2016, so a year after Star Wars, the new Star Wars movie.
And that's the Godzilla director?
Yes, he also did Monsters. So their rumor is that it's Boba Fett.
Why would you start with anything other than Boba Fett?
I keep hearing Han Solo, not him doing it,
but a young Han Solo
movie.
I think you need to start with Boba Fett.
I do too. And can you put... For a young Han Solo, though, you could do, I think the one thing I heard online, Ryan Gosling would make a good one. I like that.
I don't know. I'm trying to picture Ryan Gosling.
I think he has the swagger for it. So, but yeah, so there's the rumor, like I said, take it for what it is. That's been all over the internet this past week. So,
all right.
And then we got some big ones here.
All right.
Edgar Wright is out as director of Ant-Man.
That is stunning, since he's the only reason that movie ever got greenlit in the first place.
And he's been attached since 2006.
Yeah, that's been his passion play. He was pushing to get this movie made. They pretty much made the movie just on his passion alone.
Yeah, and they said, Kevin Feige, he said that they changed things in Avengers 2 based on Ant-Man because of his vision.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, dear God. But they said it's not going to affect the release of...
it's not going to affect the release date, but...
They're going to get they got a director already. They haven't said who. But what's the thing that's in his movies that the ice cream thing that he always holds up in Edgar Wright movies?
I'm not 100%
Shoot, the
sure.
Corey ice cream. Shoot. Everything that, who's the British guys?
Simon Pegg and Nick Frost.
They have a type of ice cream in it always.
I never noticed that.
Yes. So, in Twitter this week, Joss Whedon held up that type of ice cream in solidarity for Edgar Wright. It's like, uh-oh. So, they said it was amicable. Uh-huh.
That means they're not suing.
Differences in their vision of the film.
Which surprised me because, like you said, we thought it was based on Edgar Wright's vision. Unless he changed his vision. And they didn't like that. But, I mean, I thought the movie was sold already based on his vision. I don't know what...
Well, they did fire the Thor 2 director. She was a female director. I can't remember who it is. Patty something.
I don't remember who did Thor 2.
Well, she got fired, and then they replaced it. And actually, Thor 1 was fired. The director of Thor 1 was fired, too, and replaced by Kenneth Branagh. So...
Oh, you mean each of those movies had...
they parted ways with the director, so...
Oh, okay.
So that's interesting. I don't know. I'm surprised by it. Charlie Cox from Stardust and Boardwalk Empire been cast as Daredevil. I don't know anything about him, so I'm going to say sure.
Yes, sure.
Good for you, Charlie.
I remember liking Stardust when I saw it 7 years ago.
Yeah, it's been a while.
That's about all I can say about it.
That's the Netflix Daredevil is coming next year. And then you were talking about Matt Smith was cast in something last week.
I think Amy might have talked about that.
Terminator, the new Terminator movie.
Okay.
And supposedly he's the bad guy in it. So
okay, well, let Matt Smith spread his wings. Do something
fly.
other than the Doctor.
I believe I can. Oh,
No,
okay.
you don't.
And that was it. That's for the news of the geek.
It's time for Box Office Bombs.
Okay, thanks, Marty. Let's see. There's not been many bombs this week. There's Mom's Night Out, which we've talked about before.
Yeah.
It's up to $8 million. It's $5 million $5 million budget. Not really a bomb, but
Not really a
thank you,
bomb,
America, for
staying away.
Yes. Paul, one of our listeners, did send in a review to me on this. The review said the upside of the movie, none.
Wow, no upside to Mom's Night Out.
And that was an actual movie review. It's like, good for them. Let's see here. Oh, big news. Your brother Jim bought us Pompeii. A copy each of Pompeii.
We each got a copy. I thought that was ridiculous. I thought we would get one to share for the studio, but
during... I have a Memorial Day extravaganza party, and this past Memorial Day we tried watching Pompeii. We got through 20 minutes.
yeah.
We're going to finish it. I promise you. Jeff and I are going to finish it.
Hopefully by next podcast we can give our honest review.
Yes. We stopped it pretty much after Kit Harington, whatever his name is, the guy that has like abs from Khan and Star Trek 2. I think they were fake.
Yeah.
He snaps a horse's neck. Literally snaps a horse's neck.
Yeah. The horse needs to be put down. So the best way to do it is to just twist his neck right off. Because horses' necks are so easy to just snap.
Best of the worst. Can you please watch this, please?
If you want, we'll send you one of our
Tell
copies.
us where you're at this week. We'll send you a copy of Pompeii. So thank you, Jim, for getting us Pompeii. We can't talk bad about it until we see it.
Yeah, we can.
No, because, we talked bad about the first 20 minutes. And if that first 20 minutes is as bad as I think. Let's see here. Number one at the box office, Memorial Day weekend. X-Men Days of Future Past made $111 million domestically on a $200 million budget. Worldwide, $302 million.
Wow. Okay.
So definitely made his money.
So more movies coming this way.
And you saw it.
I saw it.
I did not.
So I'm afraid of throwing out spoilers here.
That's okay. I wanted to go see it, but we had some couple rough nights with my infant, so I was not on any sleep. So I was not going to make a 10 o'clock show, 10:30. So, did you like it?
I enjoyed it. But there were problems.
Okay.
And I really haven't had anyone to talk to them.
You had Jordan. You and him were talking on Facebook today.
I didn't want to throw too much out there for other people reading it. I didn't want to throw spoilers. I'm just saying there were a couple of plot points that I thought actually ruined the plot.
Okay.
But if I overlook those plot points, then I really liked the movie. And honestly, the best part of the movie is the scenes with Quicksilver.
That's what I keep hearing.
Yeah, I know we were like dogging, what it looked like when they first released it. Although I still think his gray hair is a terrible decision. It's a terrible look. Terrible. I mean, it's supposed to be like a silvery gray. This is like a dirty gray, and it doesn't. It looks like you just colored his hair silver.
I did see the one Easter egg was what he tells Magneto, hey, I think my mom used to date somebody like you or something like that.
Yeah.
Which is a thing because, in theory, Quicksilver is Magneto's son.
Yeah, that was confusing. I'm like, okay, Wolverine knows of Quicksilver because that's why they go hunt him down. And, yeah, it was a little odd that Magneto had no knowledge of that actually being his son or anything.
I gotta see that in Amazing Spider-Man. Hoping to catch up. We'll see.
And that's what gets me though. Okay, Quicksilver. I suppose he's supposed to be in his late teens at the time of that. It's like that means Magneto was really hooking up with somebody, having kids
At 15.
Yeah, well, you're thinking this is about 10 years after for X-Men First Class when this movie takes place. Or at least during that time period. It's like 73, so 11 years after the 62. And I'm like, well, so that means 7 years before Magneto, before the first movie. Okay, well, it's possible.
Maybe. Just a young dad.
Yeah, a real young dad.
I'm hoping to see that this week, though. My goal is X-Men sometime this week. Godzilla! Woo! Godzilla! Love you! Made $39.5 million, total of $157 million domestically on a $160 million budget.
Oh, it hasn't made its money back yet.
I think internationally it did.
Oh, probably. I don't know. Is it being embraced in Japan or anything?
I don't know. I haven't heard much about it yet so far. These are all domestic numbers too.
Yes.
Blend It. Fuck you, Adam Sandler. Made $18 million on a $40 million budget. I'm praying that it just keeps falling.
It'll still make its money back.
I hope not. It's got horrible reviews. I know you're surprised by that.
Yeah, I am surprised by it. But...
let's see here. Neighbors was number 4. Made $17 million. $117 million total on $18 million budget.
Well, it looks like Zac Efron will be in more movies.
That's okay. I'm not opposed to that. Let's see. Amazing Spider-Man made $10 million. It's made $187 million total on an unknown budget, which is supposed to be around $200 to $225.
Okay.
Which is kind of funny because that's made $187 million, and what was it, made like $92 million opening weekend? Then you look at X-Men that made $111 million.
Yeah.
Captain America blew it away. That made $97 million, $98. So, yeah, amazing. And even Godzilla beat Spider-Man opening week, so...
Yeah. And, yeah, we still have to get out and see Spider-Man.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. And Chef, just for you, made $2.7 million. $4.2 million total.
I need to track that down because, like we talk about,
it's
every
got
week,
great reviews.
I'm intrigued enough to want to see this movie.
It really has gotten great reviews.
If anyone here, anybody listening to this, has seen Chef, shoot us a
tweet or Facebook
or
message,
email at thehistoryofbadideas@gmail.com.
That's right. We have your email.
So get us a review from a listener.
And if you give us a review on Chef, we'll read it on the line or on the air. And if you give us a review of Pompeii, we'll read it online too. Let's see. Upcoming this week. Jeff.
Maleficent.
Thank you.
And A Million Ways to Die in the West,
which I really want to see.
I'm intrigued. I am intrigued.
That is both open up this weekend. Angeline Jolie, I'm not really caring about. It doesn't look bad. I just don't care.
I just am curious how they're going to have a story that's going to be, feature-length movie long about Maleficent. I think they're going to have a lot of filler, and that's what worries me.
Yeah. There's a dragon.
Well, Maleficent turns into a dragon, so I would hope there was a dragon.
Let's see here, and that's it. So that's your box office news.
can you not be happy after hearing that music?
I love that music.
Oh, that music can only mean it's time for,
John Noble?
Nathan Fillion news.
Oh, they were doing John Noble news.
No, you retired that. After
I got sued.
Yeah.
Then Chris Pratt won't tweet us back. So now we're down to Nathan Fillion. Nathan, you're awesome. Come on, help us out.
Now tweet us back, or Jason will cut you off too.
I don't know. I really like Nathan Fillion.
I really like Nathan Fillion too, but I like Chris Pratt.
Well, you like his abs. I like Nathan Fillion talking. Got some. You know who's next? Hugh Jackman news. He sings and dances.
He's a guy you can sit down and have a beer with.
Because he sings and dances. Nathan Fillion news. He owns a lightsaber and a leather kilt. The two building blocks of any sex symbol.
Can't disagree.
There you go. That's your Nathan Fillion news this week.
All right.
Got some shout outs. Get us on Stitcher, people.
Yes.
Stitcher, iTunes, Musings of Geek Network.
Yes.
Follow us.
Yes, get your Stitcher app out and download us.
Yeah.
Oh, also Origins. Origins is coming up.
Couple things here. Let's see.
Couple more weeks, and we will be in Columbus.
Yeah, 2 weeks, isn't it?
God, yeah, it seems it's closer
17
than I
days.
thought. Yeah.
It is June 13th, I think.
Well, I think.
Well,
yeah,
actually,
that will be there. I think the third
Friday and Saturday.
Friday and Saturday. I don't even remember what the days are.
So if you're going to Origins Columbus, Ohio, tweet us or tell us on Facebook or email us, and we'll try to hook up with some people there.
Yes.
In a platonic way.
Or a not platonic way.
I'm married.
I'm not.
Okay, well, Jeff's not, so I'm not married. But no.
We'll put the sock on the door for you, Jay.
Oh, thanks. That's wonderful. Just gonna sleep in the lobby. Don't mind me. God. Anyways, no. Come. If you are going to Origins, let us know. Let's see here. We got a couple things here. I just signed up. Did you sign up for your what do you call it? Each convention, like each little game thing that you're doing?
I haven't really signed up for any specifics yet.
When you go home, sign up for Tracy Hickman. I signed up for her Q&A. Or his Q&A.
His
sorry.
Q&A.
His
Yeah.
Q&A.
I always want to say her too. Yeah.
Blake is the one that screwed me up on it because he always thought it was.
I did too. So, I can't fault Blake for that. Well, it was Margaret Weiss and Tracy Hickman wrote it, so it's like, I thought it was two females. But
that was the Dragonlance series.
The Dragonlance series.
So,
is there? I know John Kovalik is going to be there, and I really am. Would be excited.
I think
to meet him.
he has a Q&A too.
I need to find something to maybe get him to sign. I don't know why. I'm not even a person who wants to get other people's signatures.
I'm not a big autograph person either.
But I don't know. I do like John Kovalik. I like his Dork Tower books and comics and his art. Obviously he does the art on Munchkin and all those spin-offs of that. His art's even on Apples to Apples. If you ever play that game, every time you look at the box, you see John Kovalik art. So
if anybody has people that you want us to interview or anything specific you want us to go look at, let us know. We'll go take a look at it for you.
Yeah, somebody else that says, "Oh man, how's this game?" or "This is supposed to be released." We'll check it out.
Yeah,
so,
let us know.
Let us know.
We'll be your eyes and ears, and on that Friday and Saturday, our Facebook page will have tons of pictures. Twitter will have it if I learn how to do Instagram, whatever it is. But, yeah. And then Aliana Huffman from Supernatural, Smallville. She was Black Canary in Smallville.
Oh,
and Stargate Universe. So she's going to be there as well. Let's see here. We talked about D&D celebrating its 25th anniversary. Like I said, what else is there? I think there's a Magic the Gathering tournament. There's tournaments about everything going on.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of card playing going there,
and for somebody that I'm not into the games that much, there was a lot of stuff on the website that I was looking at that I was like, okay, I can figure this out. I can try to do this stuff. So
yeah, and the Kobolds Ate My Baby Midnight Massacre is returning after I think a 5-year hiatus. So that's a plus.
So take a look at it though. But we're excited. We're going there in a couple weeks, and like I said, if you're going to be there, let us know. That only means top 5.
Well, it also can mean other things. But on here, it means top 5.
It used to mean the intro to our show.
It did.
The top 5 kick-ass women last week that we did with Amy in the studio. We had a couple fan responses. The main one, Nikki at Pumazili on Twitter. She is rocking on Twitter.
Oh, she loves to tweet us.
Yes, so we appreciate that. She goes, this is biased as to what I love at the moment. That's okay. Black Widow, Buffy, Agent May from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Starbuck, and River Tam.
I can't disagree with any of those.
No? And Black Widow was almost on my list.
Yeah.
More so the comic book than the movie, but it was all pretty much the same. It didn't matter to me. So there you go.
All right.
Top 5 this week. Top 5 guilty pleasure movies.
Yeah. The biggest thing on here is before I could even start my list, I kind of had to define what I meant by guilty pleasure.
Yes.
And when I was looking up to see what other people might list as guilty pleasures, I think I was on Ranker. And they have, and I don't quite understand how some of these things are considered guilty pleasures, but I'm going to read from their list here, or their site, that says, What makes a film a guilty pleasure? This is a movie that you love to watch, but won't display on your DVD shelf. Or maybe you'll stop to watch when you flip it on TV, but never if someone else is in the room. These movies are not always bad movies per se, but our cultural zeitgeist has determined that they are cheesy, badly done, overdone, overwrought, or made entirely of syrup. But still, these are movies that draw you in. You love them secretly. And then list criteria. Can be any movie, but you have to be embarrassed to admit you like it.
Okay.
I read that stuff and I'm like, okay, there's movies that I admit are bad, but I will not be embarrassed to admit I like them.
Well, that's, I think, a lot of personality,
And
though,
then,
too.
yeah,
we don't really care if people think
Yeah.
they're bad. I
Yeah.
love Time Machine.
Yeah.
You mock me for it. It's a crappy movie. I love it, though.
It's on your list, isn't it?
Nope.
Wow, I thought that would
Nope.
be on your list for sure.
It was close.
Yeah, but I don't love them secretly. I'll love them openly. But to me, it has to be something that, yes, I admit, in all intents and purposes, it is not a good movie. And for whatever reason, probably outside of me being able to figure out, I enjoy it.
And stay with us after we do our top 1 here, or top 5, because we got tons and tons of listener feedback on this one. Give us some ideas. We won't go through them all, but we'll give you some other options, because almost everybody that responded did not have something that was on my list.
Yeah, I anything on our list here from listeners were not my list.
So stay with us after the top 5 here. Let's see here. I'll go first. I have honorable mentions. I will say my honorable mention because you won't have it.
Okay.
Night at the Roxbury.
You're right, I do not have it.
What is love?
That's only an honorable mention for you.
It was close, and you'll
That surprises me
let
too.
me tell you.
I know you love that movie.
Let me tell you.
2 movies so far that are not on your list that I thought were going to be there.
I could have done an all Nicolas Cage guilty pleasure list, and I had to take some out. Face Off, I had to take off.
Oh.
I love Face Off when they switch the faces. It doesn't make sense.
Okay, well, I'll hold off on my honorable mention.
So, anyways, Broken Arrow was on there too. That's another. Oh, that's Christian. Oh no, that's John Travolta.
That's Travolta and Christian Slater.
Yeah, so
It's not a good movie, and I don't like it, so that won't be on my list.
I just remember John Travolta going, "Hot damn!"
All right.
So number 5.
What's your number 5,
Oh
Jeff?
God, I should have switched this with the Diane Roxbury. And I preface this because every time it's on Spike or VH1, I have to stop and watch, and I crack up, and my wife always asks, "How the hell is this on TV? You can't put it on TV." Showgirls.
Wow. Yeah, okay, that I've seen on a bunch of lists. I just didn't think that was ever a good movie. I can't
It
even
was
watch
a
it.
good movie.
I can't watch it.
Oh, it's so great.
Yeah, that's
it
the
is
thing.
so great.
I mean, for my guilty pleasure, yeah. Okay, well, go ahead. What about it?
What about it?
I
it is so. Now, a lot of my guilty pleasures are so bad that I get so much enjoyment out of watching them, but they're not so bad that you can't make fun of them. You can make fun of them, but you can also enjoy it because of how campy it is. I was going to say Twilight. Oh my God. Showgirls is like that. And the best is when it's on VH1, they just put like a black bar above the women's breast. And I'm like, okay.
Well, what else are they going to do?
Not show it on TV.
Okay, you got me there.
It is a bad movie. Elizabeth Berkley, just enough said. When she pushes the lady down her competition down the steps and breaks her leg or whatever. Oh my goodness. And then she has sex in a swimming pool. I don't think physically anybody can move like that.
Oh, Elizabeth Berkley can.
I think it was CGI, to be honest with you.
I mean, We saw her getting those dance routines when she was at Bayside High.
That's true. That is true. Much rather have had Lisa Turtle doing the dance moves. But, and for all you girls out there, okay, women out there, you could have done Screech, okay? Screech could have been a dancer. So there you go. Showgirls is number 5. I'm not proud of it.
Yes. All right. Yeah, I wouldn't be proud of that either.
I'm not proud of any of mine, I'll be honest. Go ahead.
My number 5 is Commando. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
That was close to be on my list.
It's pretty much one of the few Arnold Schwarzenegger movies that I can watch.
Okay.
And most of them I can't. I don't like most of them. I mean, outside
Even Predator?
I don't like Predator.
Really?
That's difficult to watch.
I like Predator.
Commando has just enough campy humor, but before everything Schwarzenegger did was campy humor. You got the tough guy in the
mesh
shirt that is just so ridiculous that it's fun to watch. You got the great lines.
Was that a big thing in the 80s, mesh shirts like that?
They didn't quite go that extreme.
Okay.
I mean, I think they tried to catch on, and maybe in some parts of the country they did. I'm talking to you, California. But, I just... Oh, and that and Radon Chong's pretty cool. I wish she could have been good in other movies.
You remember what I said I would kill you last?
That's right, Merrick, you did say that! You did say that!
I lied!
That scene alone does it for me.
And when he tears the seat out of the car. God. Oh, good.
Don't wake my friend before we land. And he's dead tired.
That's right. Doesn't he put the hat over him or something?
Yeah.
I just remember the balloons in the mall when they were flying through. And I've told you this off the air many times that growing up I didn't have cable, so every weekend or every other weekend it seemed Commando was on like the local station. At Channel 19, it was before it became Fox Network. And it was like, oh, Commando's on. Guess I'll watch this again. What's your number 4?
Number 4, I got Bring It On.
Oh, I love that movie.
Yeah.
That's not a guilty pleasure. That's good.
You really think?
I think it's a good movie.
Really? Because when I
Bring It On 7 was not.
No. Well, I can't even watch any of the sequels to it. Now, when I look at it, I'm like, there's no reason in hell I should like this movie. I mean, other than, Gabriel Union and Elijah Dushku are pretty attractive.
Yes, they are.
But
Nathan Fillion talking.
But I was like, there's no reason I should like this movie. But every time it's on, I sit there and watch it. I mean, it's not a democracy; it's cheerocracy.
Spirit fingers. Those aren't spirit fingers. These are spirit fingers.
Jason just did spirit
Yes,
fingers.
I did. When we were playing Cards Against Humanity last weekend, all of us were doing spirit fingers.
Yes, we were.
Without even rehearsing. I do like Bring It On. It's a good movie.
I mean, I like it, but I can't call it a good movie. That's why it's a guilty pleasure for me.
Okay. Number 4 for me is Independence Day.
Okay.
It's a good movie. Stop it.
I'm not saying anything.
I loved it when I was a kid. It's a little tough to watch, but I still do now. It's a little cheesy. It's not bad. It's just cheesy. Welcome to Earth. When Will Smith punches him. As Harry Connick Jr., which has the most insane death scene ever. What are you doing over there, whoever Harry's name is? Oh, just got something planned. And then he just goes straight up and dies. And it's like...
that was his plan.
That wasn't... what was that? He didn't even try to do anything with the plane. Like I said, I liked it. It's enjoyable. It's corny. It has its, today we celebrate our Independence Day, blah, blah, blah. The president gets in the plane. But it was one of those first movies, like summer action flicks, I remember going to the theater to see when I was a kid. And I went with my dad to see that. And it actually got good reviews from the critics when it first came out.
Yeah, that's one reason I was a little surprised to see it on your list or other people mention it. It was because it was well received, and so to be guilty that you like it, it's like, well, everybody. I thought it was more people consider it good than bad to begin with. So
I think in time it has not aged well.
It hasn't aged well,
and I think that's part of it. But I did do a little research. The reason why the critics loved it is it was one of the first movies that they just marketed, like the studios, like addressed the movie critics right up front. They were sending them all this free swag back in the day, and most of the critics weren't getting that back then. And so it was one of the first films. Like, I was reading that they were sending out to all the movie critics a dartboard with Earth in the middle. And then I think there was like not a Rubik's Cube, but like an Earth ball that you could take apart. So they were trying to, go on it. So that, I think, helped the critics right off the bat. So SWAT is number 3 for me.
Wow. Okay.
I love SWAT. The one with Colin Farrell.
Yeah, Colin. That's
well, not the TV show.
Is Sam Jackson in that one?
Samuel Jackson
And Michelle Rodriguez.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I don't know why I like it. When Colin Farrell makes that the little bullet there, or what is the bar that goes into the wall and then pulls it out.
Yeah, I only saw it the first time we
previewed it at the theater.
I remember not hating it.
It was corny, and but every time it's on, my guilty pleasure is every time it's on TV, I have to stop and watch it. And SWAT is one of them. I love SWAT. Again, not a good film, but I love it.
I love it.
What's your 3?
My number 3, we're going back to the early 80s here with the Cannonball Run.
Really?
Really.
Ugh.
Not a good movie by any stretch of any imagination, but I mean, for some reason, it's fun. It's lighthearted.
It's lighthearted.
I mean, it's just pretty much, we're getting all these famous people, throw a bunch of shit at the wall and see what sticks type way of writing the movie. A loose plot about everyone's racing across the country, and just let these actors be actors and whatnot.
That was Burt Reynolds.
That was Burt Reynolds,
Okay.
Dom DeLuise.
Tom DeLuise.
And I mean, that's the thing, when it first came out. I remember we saw this in the theater, and like I didn't even know who was it Dean Martin and Sammy Davis Jr. were.
Wow.
And it was like, these are like huge famous people in the 50s and 60s, in the early 80s, when I'm like 10 or 11 or however old I am at the time when this came out. I didn't know who these old guys were. I mean, I knew Burt Reynolds because of Smokey and the Bandit, and yeah, but
is it better than Rat Race?
Yes. Yeah, I didn't enjoy Rat Race.
I did the first time, and then it's kind of worn.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Smash Mouth performing the final song. Kind of envelops the whole picture. It kind of wears on you after a while. Oh, look, it's Smash Mouth again.
Instead of watching Rat Race, go watch It's a Mad, 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 Mad World.
Yes, I'll give you that one. What's your number 2?
Yeah, my number 2, there it is. Back in the early 80s again with the original Clash of the Titans.
Oh, I forgot you did like that with Harry Hamlin.
With Harry Hamlin. And I mean,
pre-LA Law.
Pre-LA Law Harry Hamlin. Veronica Mars Harry Hamlin.
God.
But
the robotic owl.
Oh, Beeboo, I think his name was, or something like that. As a kid, I love that. I mean, obviously, you watch it, it's bad. But, I mean, Burgess Meredith, what's there not to love?
He was awesome in Foul Play.
Oh, wow, that's a movie I haven't thought of in forever.
I bought that for like $5. I've yet to watch it again. Dudley Moore with the spinning bed.
But, yeah.
I remember Medusa in it. She was pretty cool.
And the effects. And as a kid, I thought those were great. And you look back now, and it's like, God, even for the time, they weren't good.
No.
But Medusa and...
The Kraken.
Oh, yeah. Release the Kraken.
The Kraken looked like something from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Let's be real.
And Calabas, or whatever his name was.
Which one was he?
He was the bad guy, Hera's son, who was like deformed because he was evil to Zeus's
I don't remember
children. He was pretty much the main bad guy.
Can we agree that it's better, though? The original is better than the new ones?
Oh, the new one. Oh, I hated that. I couldn't even believe they made a sequel to that.
I saw the first one with you. I don't think I've seen the second one.
I haven't seen the second one because the first one bugged me so much. I just was so bored with the remake.
Harry Hamlin in that one?
No, he wasn't.
He probably would have made it better. My number 2 is, this is a tough one. Number 2 and number 1, if we keep flip-flopping.
Okay.
Welcome to the Rock.
Oh, you are killing me. Did you just say, I'm going to pick movies that I know Jeff hates?
No, I love The Rock.
Oh.
I do. It might be number one. I might have to switch it. It might be. No, I don't know. I told you I could do an all Nicolas Cage guilty pleasure movie list.
Well, I almost threw a Nicolas Cage as my honorable mention, but because you said that, I thought I'd hold off because I didn't think The Rock would be what you made.
Oh, I love The Rock.
I mean, The Rock is the reason I made two of the rules of what makes a bad movie. If it stars Nicolas Cage and if it's directed by Michael Bay.
When he goes through San Francisco and destroys everything.
Yes, you're helping my argument. Okay, no, it's your guilty pleasure. You like it.
I
Go
watch
ahead.
this every time. And again, my wife comes in the room and goes, seriously again? It's about as bad as when I watch Shawshank Redemption every time on. That's a good film.
Well, that's a good film.
Correct.
Yes,
I think I've seen that over 100 times. The Rock is getting up there.
Wow.
Welcome to The Rock. Good speed. You know what that means. Godspeed. You know what that means.
Yeah.
Good speed. Godspeed. You know what that means. Yes, we all know what it means, okay?
Thanks, Sean.
But they pull this guy out, Sean Connery, out of, jail, who's been just sitting there without a trial for 30 years because he's the only guy that escaped from Alcatraz, which is now being held hostage. And it's like, yeah, that's a good idea. Let's put him back into it. Let's get him to military service.
Yeah, the plot alone is bad enough to say you shouldn't continue. But then you cast Nick Cage, you get Michael Bay to direct. Yeah, every decision they make is the wrong decision.
And what is it called? Like exposition? When like the first scene with Nicolas Cage is like, oh, why did you get this Beatles record that you spent $700 on sent to your work? 2 reasons. My girlfriend would kill me if I spent $700, and 2, I'm a Beatlemaniac. Really? This is what you're telling to your coworker? It's like, thanks for explaining your background here.
Yay! Oh God,
I love it. I love it.
I just figured. I hope I'm wrong on what your number one is.
Go ahead, say it.
Am I wrong?
No.
Con Air.
Yes.
Oh Lord. The problem with these movies is I know too many people that like them and think they're good movies. Oh, there is nothing good about Con Air.
Yes, there is.
No, there isn't.
Put the money down.
Oh, Lord. Even Steve Buscemi can't save Con Air.
I cut off a girl's head and wore it as a hat through 7 states. Thank you, Steve Buscemi. Come on. Con Air is great.
Wow.
I like seeing your face just melt.
Yeah,
because you just look like you're in pain.
Painfully because of it. I mean, I feel good about my list now based on your list.
I love my list. Every one of those shows I will watch repeatedly.
Oh,
Every single time.
I can't watch any of them a second time.
Con Air is hilarious.
I think there was one on your list that I didn't disagree with.
Independence Day, SWAT, Rock, Con Air, and Showgirls.
SWAT is about the only one on your list that I couldn't.
Con Air, they wreck a plane into Vegas, and no one dies. Except on the plane, but no one dies. And basically, if you've never seen Con Air, they bring all these top convicts.
If you've never seen Con Air, consider yourself lucky.
All these convicts go on a plane, and Nicolas Cage is just being freed because he's defending his wife, who, again, would never be charged. I'm sorry. 5 guys are coming after him and his wife outside a bar, and they're trying to kill him, and he defends and kills one of them. They would never convict him for that.
Oh, he had a bad lawyer?
I guess so. The glove would fit. You didn't acquit. So Con Air is my number one, and I'm proud of it.
All right. Well, you know what my number one is.
Grease 2?
It is Grease 2.
Oh, dear God.
I didn't want to put it on this list because I like the movie so much, but I have to agree it is universally considered one of the worst movies ever made.
Yes.
And it is a movie that, I can't not keep on when I flip it on, when I turn it on. I mean, the songs are so bad that they're fun. The plot, they're just trying to take the original movie and try to do something original with it, and there's nothing good about it
there isn't.
Other than it's just fun.
No.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
And I didn't want to put Grease 2 on my list because I knew it would be pretty obvious that everyone would think I'm going that way. Everyone who knows me would think that, but I like it.
So Con Air.
Thank God it's no Con Air.
Well, we opened it up to you guys, the listeners, and we got tons of responses. Number 1, I think, for any top 5.
Oh, yeah.
Brian Hackney put The Replacements with Keanu Reeves, the football movie. Love that movie as well.
I I enjoyed it. It's not one I
This is the best
watch
Keanu
frequently.
Reeves movie of the last decade. Better than Hardball. I'm blown away by your ability to show up. That doesn't make sense, Keanu.
It's an ability, though.
Yeah, I guess it is. He's a mutant. He's a bit
My mutant ability is to show up.
Hello. Number one fan Doug responded. He watched it every time it's on. So there you go. Yeah. Jim, he wrote Necessary Roughness, and he was actually serious. Titan AE. I thought he was being, he was mocking me because I really love Titan AE, but he did like it.
Yeah, I still have yet to see Titan AE, so I can't really judge it.
Brooks, he gave us top 5.
Yeah.
In no particular order.
Yeah. Oh, Brooks is in trouble on one of these, though.
Con Air, Ghost, The Witches. I don't know if that's The Witches of Eastwick or Witches.
No, I think there's a movie just called The
Witches.
Witches, and I can't remember who's in it, but
Dirty Dancing, and get ready.
Yes.
Adventures of Pluto Nash.
that should not be on anybody's list.
And he said it was what was it?
Underappreciated?
Yes, underappreciated and misunderstood. Nope, it was awful.
No, I had to sit through that. Painful, excruciating. That might have been the second worst movie I had to sit through when I was working at the theater when I had to preview. Only behind Meet the Spartans.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Pluto Nash, not good in any way, shape, or form.
And I usually don't make fun of anybody's guilty pleasures because they own it and that, but
Yeah.
Pluto Nash is rough. Mitch, he came up with Cruel Intentions, which I forgot about. That is a fun movie.
Yeah, 'cause I thought that was fairly well received. I didn't know people dogged that one too bad. So.
Mean Girls, that was well received.
Mean Girls, I'll come out and say Mean Girls is a good movie.
It is a good movie.
I wouldn't.
When she gets hit by the bus.
No, I wouldn't even think of that. No, Mean Girls. I mean, yeah, Tina Fey wrote it. So I mean, even seeing it before I knew Tina Fey wrote it, I knew she was in it. But I was surprised at how much I enjoyed the movie after it was done.
Yeah, because I previewed that with you, and that was a rough one. We thought it was going to be a rough one.
Yeah.
Mars Attacks, that's hit or miss for me.
It was supposed to be campy. I don't think it actually hit the camp button that it was going for.
It bombed at the box office. Did not do well.
But I know it had a lot of the what do you call it?
It had big names on it.
Well, no, yeah, but a movie that doesn't do well in the box office, but then does well later.
Cult Following?
Cult Following,
Yes.
yeah. Thank you. Mars Attacks had
Were
a
you
cult
playing
following.
$25,000 Pyramid?
Yes, that's it.
Okay. Movies?
Things the dog says. Wait.
Woof. Is that right? Meow? I'm missing. You want to do the next one because you do a great impersonation?
Snakes on a plane. Get these monkey-loving snakes off this Monday through Friday plane.
That is the edited version on TBS.
The edited version. We're not doing the edited version?
No. Snakes on a Plane, and then he also had Cabin in the Woods. I love Cabin in the Woods. That was a good movie.
I enjoyed Cabin in the Woods.
The ending, it makes it.
Was Cabin in the Woods, wasn't that the movie that...
Joss Whedon.
Oh, was it? But wasn't that the movie that pretty much started our whole history of bad ideas?
No, I don't think Oh, you know what? I think it was because No. That wasn't. That was the other one.
Oh, okay.
Cabin in the Woods is.
Then I'm thinking of a different movie than.
Yes.
Cabin in the Woods.
Shoot. Cabin in the Woods was recent.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, no.
It wasn't Cabin in the Woods. Shoot. I gotta figure that out. I'll get
Wait
to
a minute. I'm gonna look that up. I think Ryder Strong was in that movie.
It wasn't Cabin in the Woods. It was a
No,
different
but
one.
the movie wasn't that the one?
It was about a cabin.
It was about a cabin. It wasn't it. It was done by.
Josh
No, yeah, it was done, Eli. What's his name? Tarantino's buddy.
Roth.
Yeah, wasn't it that movie?
Check that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's see. David said he liked Ernest Scared Stupid.
Wow.
Ryan from the Green Up guys had Step Up to the Streets, and he was being serious.
Was he being serious? Because I thought he completely butchered the
He
title.
did butcher
of
the
it.
title. I hope he's. I'm going to say for the sake of it, he's being serious. Marty, who was our sound guy, Rhinestone.
Cabin Fever.
Cabin Fever. That's what it was. That was the one that we were talking about. That's the one that started the history of bad ideas.
Yes. Okay.
Poking a dead body.
Yeah.
With a stick.
With a stick.
Let's see. So good job, Marty, on Rhinestone.
Well, I suppose I can't fault Rhinestone. If I'm putting Grease 2 on mine, I can't fault someone for liking Rhinestone.
Amy from last week, our guest, had Guys and Dolls. the Pride and Prejudice miniseries, which she talked about last week.
She talked about it last week, saying it was the best one. And how's that a guilty pleasure?
And Up.
And how is that a guilty pleasure? How is Up a guilty pleasure?
I've seen hit or miss on Up.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never heard someone give it a bad review.
I don't think it's a bad review, but I don't think it's as well loved. The first 20 minutes of it are heartbreaking.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
heartbreaking.
I will agree with that. I got some Ray had to put for his guilty pleasures, and this is going out there. He picked Xanadu.
Oh, God, the roller derby
The
or
roller one
skating?
with Olivia Newton-John.
Oh, God.
And the Sgt. Pepper Lonely Hearts Club Band movie, the
Ugh.
one that starred the Bee Gees.
Yes.
He said he likes both of those.
Really?
Really. And he knows they're not good and everyone dogs them, but he said he really enjoys both of those.
Wow. Nikki Killjoy on Twitter, she said Josie and the Pussycats, and she was being serious.
Can't be a guilty pleasure because it's a good movie.
I think she did say something like that.
I did. I responded.
All of the Step Up movies. Channing Tatum. Or, sorry, Tates. Tates.
As he's
From now
known-
on, he's
yeah.
just going to be known Tates
He's
on the
just
show.
Tates on the show.
Scooby-Doo movies. First one was funny because they had Scrappy as the bad guy. I like that.
That was the second one, wasn't it?
the first one. Second one was All Monsters Unleashed.
Yeah, the Monsters Unleashed. I thought that was Scrappy who unleashed the monsters.
He may have come back, but in the first one it was him.
Okay, I must have got him confused.
And pretty much any 90s high school movie or chick flick. So
Yeah.
so there you go. There's your top 5, along with everyone else's. So keep it coming. And we go to the bad idea of the week.
Yeah, this week's bad idea, number 22. It's an idea that we both came at from different angles.
Yes.
But it's pretty much when someone is trying to kill you and you have them mortally wounded and prone on the ground, give the coup d'etat. Don't leave them alive, walk away, let them get back up, whatever it is. You know, Jason, your reason for wanting it?
Episode 3, Star Wars. Let's see. He has his legs and arms dismembered, surrounded by lava. Don't just assume the lava's going to get him, even though he's on fire. Let's just kill him. You got a lightsaber. Just finish him. And technically, you're a Jedi. Be nice. Kill a guy. Don't let him
put him
suffer.
out of his misery.
Yes. So that was my thing. That was my issue.
Yeah, I was watching Kill Bill a couple weeks ago. And it was the sword fight between Oron Ishii, as played by Lucy Liu, and the bride, as played by Uma Thurman. And Oron slashes the bride, knocks her down, could easily just deal the killing blow. She has to talk a little bit, let her get back up so they can start fighting again. And, oh, look, the tide's turned, and
It's all about respect.
Oron ends up getting scalped.
I did like one of the scenes with her in it when she's running across the boardroom and chops the heads off.
Yeah.
So there you go. There's. Oh, go ahead, Jeff.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying, that's your bad idea this week. Yeah,
Yes.
Just finish off your opponent when you have them down.
Don't forget, swag is coming.
Doo-doo.
Dude. Salsa swag. Roger says goodbye.
Goodbye.
You are now leading the world of Musings of a Geek podcast network. Stay geeky, my friends.